Hey guys, welcome to my Blend tutorial series. This series is designed for beginners if you're just discovering Blender and trying to figure your way around it. This series will be for you. So this video is just an overview to show you what's going to be in this series. It's going to be a sequence of videos, each with a particular focus. So I just want to show you what we're going to cover. And so we're going to start with downloading and installing Blender. And I think in this particular series we're going to do Blender 4.0. It's very similar to Blender 3.5. It's just so that new updates will be coming out on Blender 4, so that's the one we'll be using. And so we'll start off with learning how to add shapes into your viewport and into your world, so to say, and then we're going to learn how to move these shapes around and various controls like sizing them up, scaling them up and down, and some other transform like properties like rotation and stuff like that. And so we're going to do a simple challenge to put all these shapes on a floor. And after we've done that, we're going to learn how to add colors to these objects. So you see here we've added different colors to each object. And after that, we're going to learn how to work with lighting, because once we do lighting, you'll see that this affects the actual image output that comes out in the end. So I think I should have added an image here so you could have seen, but this image here is what would be the result of our work in Blender. So after we've created an image of the previous slide of the basic shapes, we're going to now learn how to combine various shapes to start modeling like simple objects. In this case, this is a hut. So we've combined like a cylinder here, there's a plane, it's a flat rectangle, and we have a cone, and here we have a cube, a rectangle, which we've modified again. So we're going to go over how to do that, and you can see we've added the colors and the lighting and the color of the world, and this is what gives us our hut. And then we're going to learn how to bring in real images and combine them with our objects. You can see it's a real image of a postcard. It looks like it's sitting on a bit of a stand at the back there, and on the table as well. So trying to create like a bit of a real scene. So this is another lesson we'll do, and then we'll go on to using real images. So what you saw before, we had those objects, it was a cube, and this is still the same cube, it's just that now it's wrapped, we've wrapped a real image onto it, and then on the background we've got a real image as well, and then we've got like some lighting, some lights or different colors, which makes it look like dusk. So this is what will another project, and then taking that a step further, that is called UV mapping, this wrapping of images around objects. Here's like a little drum, here's a floor, which is, we'll just start adding textures, like textures in Blender. So textures like this is a floor, there's a texture around this drum, and texture for a wall. And also, see, there's an environment, an actual environment. We'll learn how to bring in environments into our scene to make it a bit more realistic. Alright, and then we'll go into basics of sculpting and low poly. So you see here, this is still our cube, but we've done some sculpting, and it starts to look like a bit morphed. And then these resemble some leaves. Is one of the spheres in Blender, one of the basic shapes, which we've distorted the corners, so removing some corners and all of that to bring this scene over here. This is meant to be like a tree sitting in the water sort of thing. Alright, and then we also want to work on this effect of like having a light. It looks like it's a real light shining through, even though it's a static image. It gives that illusion, right? So also work on that. I'll make a separate video just for that. And then we want to start working on modifiers, sort of like using mirrors so that we can start working on slightly more complex objects, and they should be symmetrical. So this car split in half. The right side is symmetrical to the left side. It's really identical, and this is what mirroring will allow us to do. And then you can see like there's some holes in this shape, and we'll learn how to cut some holes. And we used this wheel actually to cut a hole into the body of this car. And yeah, so I might add on other videos as well into this playlist, but this is a video just to help you see generally what this course will have inside of it. Okay, so I hope to see you in the next video when we get our hands dirty and start downloading Blender.